Welcome to Poland Daily. We are in Chorzów, European Future Forum, and we already talked about things that are going up here. One of them is e-gaming, and we have a pleasure to see Mr. Vlad Martinescu, president of the World E-Gaming Federation. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the invitation.
Well, this is a fantastic event. I congratulate you how it is organized over here. The games are very capturing and it is really entertaining. But is it the sports are entertaining? This is all about. You watch the sportsmen, you watch the athletes, and say, "Wow, I wish I could do that." Well, gaming, the bar is pretty low.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, sport has developed throughout the years in entertainment. That's what it is. Why do we watch the Olympic Games at home? We watch it to feel emotion, to feel something that is better and gives us a happy sentiment, to cheer on our national team while they're performing against the rest of the world, to be the best, to participate, to compete. And if that's not the definition of sport, then there is no other definition.
Okay, let's go to e-gaming. This is one of the newest sports right now around, and it's also a massive one because, as I said, any kid can have a computer that is able to perform and play games.
Absolutely, computer or mobile phone. I mean, we're talking about an industry that's $170 billion last year turnover, the gaming industry. That's bigger than all music, all movies, and all sports combined together. Besides the number value, we speak of a community of over 2 billion people who are gaming daily. It's bigger than a lot of the population. Everyone is doing this activity. And when we get to esports, then we talk about high competition, the best of the best, the elite that are competing at an amateur or professional level. But next to the competition itself, it's not just about gaming, it's about developing yourself, like the objective of traditional sport, perfecting yourself, developing yourself physically, mentally and socially. And that's what esports is all about.
On the flip side, you have people from the different culture, from different continents. They all feel united by the fact they are gaming. So you can be traditional Chinese and, I don't know, person from Mexico, and you can find a level to talk like if we were neighbors.
Absolutely. We're breaking borders while they're sitting at home. We're in a borderless e-world.
That's fantastic. This is very important that these games are also international. Tell us what are the objectives of this organization? What do you want to achieve?
You know, I'm a person that's coming from traditional sport. I have done sport my whole life, and I can honestly say I am the person who I am today because how sport has influenced my personality, my physique, and the way that I act with people socially. I want the children of the world of the future to have an understanding of mental competencies, physical competencies, and social competencies. I would like the gamers to game responsibly, to take care of their own lives, and to develop themselves not only to game. Most people will tell you gaming is a negative activity. You know, when you see a parent sees a child with a headset on in a basement, say, "Oh, my son is so antisocial and is unhealthy and is not sleeping at night."
I can fully associate with that.
I've seen it. I used to be yelled at by my mother when I played games in the middle of the night. At the same time, my mother didn't understand that maybe I was online with 20 people from 20 countries, chatting, socializing, playing an activity together. That the fact that I didn't sleep at night taught me resilience and how to use my mind when I'm fatigued and stressed, which is something that I use in everyday life today. So when I organize, for example, an Olympic Games in Tokyo and I don't sleep for a week, the reason why I can operate with 1 week without sleep, I really credit to my childhood days of playing esports and gaming all night long, all throughout the weekend.
And well, as a professional sports athlete, you have your stamina.
Yeah, yes.
That stress situation. What about those kids that are sitting those long hours?
This is our main target. This is something that we need the support of the Ministry of Sport throughout every country. We're working on this collaboration. Here in this country, we have a very strong federation. The Esports Association of Poland is working on a lot of educational programs to really help the youth to move, to get educated, and to develop themselves, not only to game, to have fun in gaming, to be professional, to be elite when they reach that level, but they're educating people to also have a business and a future by being event organizers, casters, influencers. All the things that come hand in hand with practicing esports are developing your mind, developing your brain, developing your competencies. And that's something that we have to understand and appreciate the esports.
Tell us about the products that are actually used. The games, the war games, the strategy games, and so on. Which are the most popular in that area?
So first, to start, let's just clarify that esports is huge. We spoke about 2.2 billion people that are gaming. So you have everything from a sport, which is on one side of pure sport digitization, meaning I'm cycling on a digital bicycle, doing the same movement like cycling while I'm cycling the bike digitally. And on the other side of the spectrum, you have something like chess, where the mental component is the one that's changing who is the destiny of the decision, everything in between. So when we speak about the most famous and popular games today, they are the games that are of different genres from sport, whether it be FIFA or Pro Evolution Soccer, whether it be mind games like League of Legends or Dota 2, whether it be shooting games like Counter-Strike, which we have here the pleasure to see today. But I really believe that the future holds a moment when the user will be able to choose the graphics that he sees. So why not one day when we speak about war games? Of course, this is a decision to put inside war games for people that are above a certain age category group, like watching a movie. Why don't we speak about changing the visuals behind it rather than a bomb to be a cake, rather than a pistol to be a lipstick? And imagine having young girls playing against boys the same game, seeing each other, the different visual interface, while being able to compete in a game of skill and dexterity.
Because it crosses the border. You don't really know what your opponent is seeing,
Exactly.
and your kind of immersive experience is enormous now. So you can barely distinguish between this digital reality and the real reality.
Think about all the fun stuff that we see today. We're talking about gamification for education. I mean, really, the world is developing in a way where things have to be fun. So when you go to McDonald's and you order your menu, you're ordering it on a tablet that has little moving parts and the screen is coming up and down. Your phone, you call somebody, you see their picture on the screen. Everything we're doing today has a digital dimension. And gaming is part of that digital dimension for having entertainment and fun. The question is, how do we come together and unite the ministries of sport, the Olympic committees, all the stakeholders to really find a way to help these youth that are now gaming? So in your country, you have now 15 million gamers. You have 2 million licensed players in the Esport Federation. This is a huge amount of the population. You have a responsibility to them.
Well, true, and I think it's a good thing that a part of the game developers, people who made business out of it, there's someone who is trying to guide those young people through that and make them competitive, but also find a distance to that. That is only the game. There is another game. So if you lose this game, you can win another. So don't worry. Keep trying.
Keep playing the game of life and keep pushing. And one point I want to add is, we talked before, esports, our world federation, it's the only international federation where our job is not to get more people to play. Like every other sport federation, the target is bring more people to the community. Our job, because we have already so many people gaming and playing esports, is to educate them to game responsibly, and that's what esports means to me.
Vlad Martinescu, the president of the Esports Federation. Sir, thank you very much for this conversation.
Thank you for this
That
time.
was it for our conversation tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, so don't forget to tune in.